Всех приветствую, с вами Дмитрий. Мы продолжаем прохождение World. Так, шли мы в город. Плюс взяли квест, и еще надо выбить. Ни хрена себе свинка. Деньги выбить за могилы и квест выполнить. Основной. Мне никто не напал. Это интересно. Так, могильное дельце давайте поставим. Двое здесь, один на улице. Даже трое здесь. Барбершоп, блядь. Я с ним в принципе не разговаривал, особо здесь не находился. Легкий пистолет, боеприпасы, картриджи с битами. Шторм, винтовка. Не, ну если воровать сейчас, он меня просто спалит. Мы сейчас с ним поговорим. Братишка, надо платить.
I can't possibly cut anyone's hair in the dark. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Один есть. Хрена, он целую историю мне рассказал. С вырыванием зубов и все остальное.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Well, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow, because I'm definitely not playing. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door. You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Ты болезненный, будешь еще заражать всех.
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break it, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You been there already? And you ain't been ground down into marauder meat? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting.
Держи.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Ты подожди. Убеждение.
You're wringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
Так, а что с этими? Кредиты, биты, понятно.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent me. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. I've put a few bits aside for my grave. Not that I'll be seeing the inside of it anytime soon. What with it being on the mend. I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and hooked me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but never did find my courage.
Все, с этого выбили. Ну, как бы. Даже квест какой-то параллельно выполнили. Так, а вот на станции, скорее всего, на меня нападут. Туда не пойду.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered into town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? That power regulator is company property.
Ты заебался.
Whatever
Я
you were
понял.
hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation. Whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Бывает, что делать. Мне жаль.
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Ну, уровень. Так, подожди, ты у меня по квесту идешь, нет? Почему у меня так квесты переключаются? Шел по могильным делам, а тут раз типа, переключился. Давай, бабки.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with ward law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame's over.
Нормально.
Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Хера себе. Вандализм.
First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly, yes, we did. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all, may his Adams be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Нихера в них правила. Застрелился, за тебя еще сосед заплатил, еще. Так. Допустим, а если я обесточил этот город, а потом пойду и заберу этих ботаников, их регулятор, что будет? Видимо, не заберу, потому что меня током херачит. Я понял. Ну, мысль-то была интересная. Давай, где там? Ее, с другой стороны. И прокачечка. Сводка нету. Так, дальний бой. Надо до 40 доводить. Взлом парочку. Общение. Есть. И еще что-нибудь добавить. Медицина, наука, инженерия, лидерство. По чуть-чуть. Так. Ну, пошли, надо сходить к последнему, сдать квест и идти забирать уже. Здорово. Да, что музыка так прерывается? Я думал, он здесь будет, а он еще там дальше. Застрелился, заплати за это, да ёб твою медь. Ты чё ну? Типа воды что-то, я понял. Ну, это, видимо, карту ограждает. Там горы, здесь реки. Ебать. Я их что-то, блин, спутал с местной обстановкой. В всяком случае, по горам я могу ходить, но не везде. Где-то упираюсь в текстуру все-таки. Ладно. Так, здесь я вообще еще не был, по-моему. Собирался, но не добрался. Я думал, это мотоциклы, а это эти. Как их? Погрузчики. 700. Нормально так за вскрытие дают. Сюда, видимо, можно будет возвращаться, приземляться. Я понял. Автомат. Патроны, оружие, магнитчики. Доступ ограничен. Я понял. А здесь? А, здесь еда. Тоже с ограничениями. Смотри, какие суки, а. Оружие. И да, все, я понял. Братулек, давай бабки.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I asked for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real
Пошел
close.
заговор.
Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I see them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Нанять. Ну,
I've
давай.
been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. In this machine, yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. You did? Well, color me impressed, soldier. Wish I had a dozen recruits with your gumption. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Буфет, уборная за одним из унитазов.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Хуям помешаны.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Так, что он там за квест дал? Или это не квест? Нет, квест. Буфет за одним из туалетов. Ладно, я потом поговорю. Давай, бабки. Бабки давай.
It's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this
Бал
means he
помешан.
finally heard the calling. Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Так, что это? Уйди нахрен с дороги, тело. Если что-то очень важное, то я все заберу. Если не...
Nice.
Не Мне важно, не буду все забирать. Похер, короче, все заберу. Буфет за туалетом. Пушка. Буфет у нас где? В городе должен быть. Там было какое-то помещение, ну, блять, салон или что-то такое. Я, кстати, не весь город обследовал. Уже электричество ему обрубил. Ну, это ж я всегда так. Ну, я не хотел по основному квесту ходить. В принципе. Было желание вокруг походить.
Lovely to see you above, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Бабки тень принес. Нам нужно поговорить о Юджине.
Yeah? What about it? Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away, vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Когда-нибудь.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Давай еще.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Отдыхаем, братишка. Так, автоматроны остались, да? Эти. Буфет, туалет. Зайти в еще пару мест, пообщаться с людьми. И можно идти воевать уже с роботами.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Power's
Здорово.
gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's choice. Go ahead. could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something. You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed? Then pretend you're drunk. Sober folk don't talk the way you are.
Кто нас знает?
Not unless they're looking for a trip
Тупые
to
вопросы.
Tartarus. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it. Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this. Coming right up.
Ага. Идешь ты нахер. Скидка 19, нихера себе. От души. Давай хлам скинем. Это нужно, наверное, нужно, не знаю, половина нахрен не нужно. Расход предметы тоже все нахрен. Наука. Отдать их нахрен. Шок оружия 7-го уровня. И патроны.
Abernathy's got some bounce in his heel. Must have heard some good news.
Я понял, все. Отстань от меня. За сортиром ничего нету. Запечатан. И все, да? За буфетом, в туалете. Ни хера я не нашел. Тут бабочки у него лежат, да? Дубинка, ни хрена себе. Как все надо. Что-то там стор запечатано. Где-то еще в каком-то месте не был. Это консервный завод. Это церковь. Это салон. Здесь у нас уже ничего не работает. Или я уже все выключил. Давай потише. Ха-ха. Двери не открываются. Хрена себе. Смотри, на отключение электричества люди реагируют, значит, это повлияло на общую обстановку. Последствия имеются. Не кидаются все в меня, не стреляет весь город. Но последствия имеются. Плюс магазины уже не работают. Так, по инвентарю у меня все нормально. Ну все, идем, поговорим с этими людьми.
Exercise patience. contemplate descriptions. Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Поговорили, хватит. С жителями тоже не будем разговаривать. Ну и все, в принципе. А, можем подняться к этому, в офис наверх, если он там еще открыто будет. И у него там позабирать что-нибудь. А, хер там. Все запечатано, ничего не работает. Красиво. Дос. Хуя, блядь, ничего не осталось даже. Репутация ухудшена. Ничего страшного, переживем. Вернуться на корабль. Можно было и по-тихому это все сделать. Но, я не я. Все делать по-тихому. Так и стояли придурочно. Так, плюс там еще одно место обследовать надо, там эти дикари сидели. Так-то я вроде все обследовал вокруг. Путешествие, я понял. Одинокая могила, старое место крушения. Вот на старое место крушения надо сходить. Я там зашел, и мне дали люлей. Решил на потом отложить. Потом у нас, как обычно, растянутое предложение. Хорошо, что они еще отвечают на обстрел. Если их попал в него, он зашевелился. То бывает, стреляешь, даже не реагирует никак. Так, на старое место крушения идем. Где вы, твари? Точно были здесь. Блять, первобытные, хер пойми что. Корпорацию просто космос придется раздалбливать. А если второй раз буду проходить уже за другую фракцию. Посмотрю, в чем будет отличие. С тобой я общался. Ну вот, с этой локацией мы вроде закончили. Довольно-таки много потребовалось серий, чтобы все здесь сделать красиво.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her driver?
Да я ебу.
Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Да заебал, с просто космосом.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I can tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Зелен, конечно.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Captain.
Нормальная она такая. Позитивная.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Взаимно. Welcome aboard, блядь. Так, модифицировать. Так, пулемет мне интересно. Что здесь только оружие можно? Тип урона поменять, да ну нахер надо. Сейчас Везде только тип урона. Вот здесь же можно что-то добавить, да? Здесь вообще нет модификации, да? А, вон, это переключается. Здесь один тип. А вот на лезвие, да? Теперь все. Давай запускать.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Конечно.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
За вами вверх по лестнице. Инженерное отдел. А, все, вспомнил. Понеслась. Ускоритель мощности. Пора взлетать. Да.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Полетели отсюда. Кера корыто. С услом каким-то.
I have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Зачем мне нужен нави-ключ?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating
Сука, не
navies
смотрит на
for
него.
Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Clark Kelly.
Что мешает мне просто покинуть Алкион?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Не обязательно достать что-то.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Так. Что там за доп. Задание было? Дневник. Вот это надо было. Блин, а я улетел, да? Ладно, хуй с ним. Так, где у нас плащ? Это моя каюта, да? Плащ для вас. Напарников завесу, который закрытой зоны, если у вас катер соответствующим удостоверением. Я понял. Так, это потом посчитаем. В корзине ничего нет. Это моя постель. Сабля часового. Кто за мной наблюдает? Моя каюта, да? Охренительные виды. Ну, о, уровень подняли, ни хрена себе. Уровни как на дрожжах растут. Так, дальний бой. Защита подождет. Скрытность, взлом. Технология. Лидерство. Общение. Так, боеприпасы у торговцев, здоровье, максимальная шкала замедления времени, урон без отряда, скорость ходьбы, скорость бега, вероятность критического удара напарника, цены у торговцев, опыт за убийство напарниками, быстрое путешествие при перегрузе. Да, вот это надо. Ну там еще пройдем и робот. Кодекс, викарий, это можно его подпереодеть, да? Дать ему стол посерьезнее, все дела. Я понял. А, и уровень еще можно поднять. Все, я понял. Ни хрена себе. Надо будет его активировать, ни хрена такую дуру. Кикми. Ха-ха, сюда я повесил. Здесь все мое, если что. Книжки изучают. Я понял, здесь еще каюта для новых. И еще каюта. Еще минимум 2-3 напарника можно будет собрать себе. Здесь общая каюта. Сортир один общий. Продумали такой момент. Хорошо. Это что такое? Перераспределение профессиональных способностей, я понял. Типа не понравилось, как все собрал. Собрал заново. Так, все. На этом мы делаем перерыв этой серии. Полную скачанную сегодня залью в YouTube. Кому интересно, сходите, смотрите. Видосы в Твиче почему-то разбивают на много этих позиций. Так, всем спасибо. Пока-пока.